All right, she's getting ready. All right, stand by. Alrighty, here we go. Good morning, everybody. Johnny Maffei here with Fox 17. We're live right now on Fox 17 News this morning, Channel 17 on this. It's actually a gorgeous Monday morning. I'm from the New England area. If you guys haven't been hearing some of those jokes from Greg and Justin all summer. Greg, our meteorologist, Justin, of course, at the anchor desk with Erica this morning. Jen has the morning off, but we're here in Murfreesboro on the MTSU campus, and we're talking about a brand new plan. They're bringing a hotel to campus, and it's not just going to be a place to stay for people like when Western Kentucky comes to town for a football game next week against the Blue Raiders, but it's going to be a big part of the curriculum for the Tourism and Hospitality Management program. Now, a program like that, so crucial here in a place like Middle Tennessee. I mean, no traffic. We're 45 minutes or so from Nashville. Now, of course, there's some traffic. We started our morning off in Nashville, and it took, Madison, how long did it take us to get down this morning? Madison's behind the camera. About 45 against the grain, so against the rush hour, so that was a good thing, but it takes a little bit longer to get in. Let's show you around campus a little this morning while we talk more about this program. Students getting over to class. You can hear the bells going off as well. We have another hit coming up at 8:45-ish to hear from the program coordinator, Elizabeth Whalen. Now, I was talking to Whalen earlier this week, a little bit last week, about this program, and she's really excited for it because it's going to be that hands-on experience, right? It's so big because I've been a waiter. I'm sure a bunch of people watching this as well, and let us know in the comments too if you've worked at a restaurant, a hotel, any of these service industries. Really, you can't just learn it in a classroom. So a hotel coming to campus is going to be a way for kids to shadow. It's going to be what President Sidney McPhee calls a, quote, learning laboratory. You have labs for science and things like that, right? And obviously when we do our thing in college here in journalism, we talk about, actually reporting. Well, they'll be actually working at this hotel, whether it's the restaurant side of things, the management side of things, and dealing with customers, right? And so all the students who, again, you're seeing walking here to campus this morning, they need to expect the unexpected. Like I said, they also need to learn how to deal with customers because it's so many intangibles in an industry like this, in that hospitality industry. When you go to a restaurant, you're not, well, maybe you're taking some leftovers home, but you're not buying a product and taking it home and keeping it forever, right? You're getting on an airplane and you don't take that trip home. You go on that trip, and your experience, the intangible experience, is what they say it's all about. Madison actually here behind the camera, she went here, so she knows. Madison, let's show off. Let's turn the camera around a little on this, again, gorgeous Monday morning here in Murfreesboro. Now, I want to read you some more details. We don't know a lot about. They're going to work with a company eventually, a private company, to build this hotel. We don't know everything regarding the cost and the timeline exactly, but it's something in the works now. back to sort of that demand for hospitality. One thing that Nashville's, it's needed. This program didn't start, though, until 2019. Now, there have been hospitality and tourism and other programs at schools for the last 50 years or so. It dates back at least that far. And, New York City, Las Vegas, big hotspots, right? But Nashville it stacks up right there with the best of them, especially for some of those big events. And another thing Waylon tells me, and I'm going to check some of my notes here just to make sure I get all of this exactly right. But Waylon said it's big regarding sort of what they're not just being trained to be a low-level employee. They're getting the experience and they're seeing the experience firsthand, and that's just so big because you can't learn it all in the classroom. Now, on the website, and I'm reading this right from the website, Sydney McPhee, who's the president here, she announced it a little bit ago and said at the fall faculty meeting, and she said, quote, most importantly, it will be a learning laboratory and a place for practical experience for students in our newly accredited tourism and hospitality management program. If you don't know about the tourism and hospitality management program, well, it's a specialized program in the business degree. You actually get a business minor, and then you take some of these specialized classes. And already the students have to get that hands-on experience outside the classroom. And they work with a lot of businesses and business leaders around here doing some of that. They need to get, I believe it's around 600 hours of that experience before they can graduate, and that's all just making sure they're really ready to go into a place that's, well, first off, such a hot spot, but second off, they want them to succeed. We're building success here. They're trying to get them ready to do well, to do great things, and to not just work with the customers, but also manage other employees, and that's something that they say they'll be able to do at the hotel as well, especially when they're doing some of that shadowing. It's how do you manage a high level of employees and also a high level of customers, right, and guests and whatever term you want to use there, customers, guests, I view it hand in hand. But that's really, what's going to be going on here, again, right on campus in the borough, and it's also going to be a real hotel. So, again, Western Kentucky coming to town next weekend for a 6 p.m. kickoff against the 1-0 Blue Raider football team. And, there will be people staying here. There can be parents staying there, maybe some friends visiting as well. And so it's all part of the classroom experience, and it's all part of getting all these kids in Middle Tennessee. Also a way to stay in Middle Tennessee. And I try to ask every college that when I do a story with the colleges, especially when it's about some of their programs, because it's something the politicians talk about. It's something economic leaders talk about in those departments. We talk a lot with the Tennessee Department of Economic and Community Development, Stuart McCorder. I've spoken with him for a few minutes, and what he says, it's really about finding the workforce opportunities to get more companies here, and this place is just rapidly growing. I mean, everyone's heard Oracle coming to town. There's rumors of MLB coming to town. There's a new football field being built that we keep talking about, and the Titans have a home game for their first home game since the construction for that new Nissan Stadium is coming about. It's just so many different things that are already planned for this area to boom. I know not everyone is excited about maybe the population growth and things getting busier, but it's something we can't ignore here as reporters because we need to find out exactly what's going on. It's not something that, the business leaders, the economic leaders, the government, the politicians, it's not something they can ignore either because, again, the plans are in place. It's set to happen. And something like a hotel on campus, getting kids those hands-on experience. It just makes the area more ready, and it makes MTSU more ready. But we, of course, have a full morning of news right here on Fox 17. We're following a few stories from Metro Police that happened over the weekend. We're also playing some stuff about the Titans' loss yesterday. The Bears came back and beat them, obviously, 24-17. But hopefully everyone enjoyed a Sunday on the couch if you wanted to for the full slate of the NFL Week 1 football schedule. The Titans have the Jets coming to town, and Greg has your full forecast as well. It's looking good. He's talking about some chances for rain, but I'm not the meteorologist. He'll talk to you all about that again. We're live on Fox 17. I have a hit coming up I got to call back in because my producers are talking to me. It's 8:37 right now, so we're going to be checking in at less than 10 minutes or so. Again, right here from campus, we will be hearing more straight from the horse's mouth from the Elizabeth Whalen program coordinator for the MTSU Hospitality and Tourism program. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Johnny Maffei. Madison's behind the camera helping us out despite the sunlight. You'd rather me stand over here, right, Madison? We'll do that when we're on TV and need to make it look a little prettier. But thanks for tuning in. Let us know what you think. I'll be popping up in the comments a little bit later, whether you're watching this on X, on Facebook, on YouTube. Have a great Monday, everyone. Smile away, and we'll see you next time right here on Fox 17.